Hello, everyone. This is Wes Henson. I'm pastor of the Ridge Church, and the Ridge Church campus is located at 7350 Old Highway 13 in Carbondale, Illinois. And this is a 5-minute summary of session 4 of the theme When Emotions Rise. And this session is titled Redirecting Anger, and it's for December the 27th, the last Sunday in the year of 2020. If you click below, there's a 2-page outline and a handout and a study guide of this lesson, and join me on Tuesday on Facebook at 6:30 p.m. as we study these passages in detail. Our scripture study this week is from Psalm 35, and the point of our study is take your anger to God and leave matters in God's hands. Let me begin our study by asking the question, when you were a kid, what made you really angry? Unfortunately, adults also can get angry, and sometimes for silly reasons and other times for serious reasons. But here's the question: do you give in to anger, or is there a better way? In Psalm 35, David had good reasons to be angry, but he took a different route. And it's a route that we should consider when anger starts to well up inside of us. So our first look this day is at Psalm 35, verses 1 through 3. Verse 1 says, "Oppose my opponents, Lord. Fight those who fight me." And the truth here is that when you face opposition, take your anger and desire for vindication to God. You see, David faced real and serious opposition, and he likely penned this psalm, Psalm 35, during a period of his life when King Saul was pursuing him and wanted to kill him. Okay, let's scoot on down to verses 13 through 16. Verse 13 says, "Yet when they were sick, my clothing was sackcloth." And then in verse 15, David writes, "But when I stumbled, they gathered in glee." And the truth here is that we are to treat others with love and grace, not anger. You see, one thing that made David's situation so hard to take was the ones who were seeking to kill him were the very ones that he cared for most. When they were sick, he prayed for them. He was in sackcloth for them. And for those who think David was being unusually harsh in this psalm, note that David sincerely prayed for these individuals. So he prayed for them when they were sick, but when David was in trouble, they gathered in glee and sought to kill him. All right, let's finish up here in verses 17 and 18. David writes, he says, "Lord, how long will you look on? Rescue me from their ravages. Rescue my precious life from these young lions. And I will praise you in the great assembly. I will exalt you among many people." Truth number 3 is that we are to leave matters in God's hands. You see, Saul was determined to kill David, and David was a well-known, mighty warrior, but he appealed to God to be the warrior on his behalf. And in fact, David had at least 2 opportunities when he could have killed Saul, but he didn't take that vindication into his own hands. Instead, he relied upon the Lord. So here's the application for our study this week. When anger begins to brew, how are you going to respond? Here are 3 options. Number 1, vent to God. Before talking to others about what has upset you, talk to God first. Number 2, seek resolution, not retaliation. If it's possible, find a way to resolve the relationship or the situation that has angered you. And then number 3, love no matter what. Find specific, concrete ways that you can show the love of Jesus to those who have hurt you or made you angry. Okay, let's wrap this up real quick. Who do we turn to when we're opposed and anger rises up within? David models the best approach. Number 1, take the matter to God. Number 2, we aren't to respond in anger or retaliation. And number 3, we are to respond in love. Loving those who anger us or seek our harm is the best way to get back at them. I guess you could say, kill them with kindness. Okay, the downloads are just below here. And join me on Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. on our Facebook page or our website. All right, see you then. Bye.